Hello students, welcome to the second chapter of your microeconomics, that is theory of consumer behavior. In this chapter we are going to study about how a consumer behaves. We do in detail analysis of consumer, how he behaves when he has restrictions like limited income and unlimited needs or wants. So before starting this chapter, first we have to understand who is a consumer. Actually there are two different terms which we use interchangeably. One is consumer and the second one is customer. So is there a difference between these two? Yes, obviously it has a difference. Customer is the person who buys a goods or services, and consumer is the person who is the end user of that product or a service. For example, baby products. Who buys the baby products? Actually, the parents of a kid, right? They are the customer. They are paying for it, but they are not using it. The baby is using that. So here, a baby is a consumer, and the parents who are buying the products, baby products, are customers. Right? Consumer does not intend to sell it further. For example, we have distribution channels, right? Wholesaler, retailer, and customer. So this wholesaler will buy it from the producer. Here he can be the customer but not a consumer, because he is buying it with the intention of selling it again to the retailer. Again retailer will qualify as a customer but not the consumer, because he is not purchasing the good or a service for his own use. He is buying it with the intention of selling it again to the consumer. So these consumers or people like us who buy from a retailer or a wholesaler, they are consumers and also customers. Consumer is a part of customers. Understood? So who is a consumer then? There should be a different characters to qualify as a consumer, right? If you call someone as a male, he should have certain features, certain criteria. He should meet those features or criteria, only then you can call him a male or a female, right? Similarly, you cannot call everyone as a consumer. Consumer should have these three criteria. One is he should have a desire to buy the product or a good or a service, right? Only if he is having the desire to buy, then he will be willing to pay for that, right? And if he does not have the ability to pay, he has only dream or desire to buy. Let's say we all have desire to buy luxury cars, iPhones, luxury bikes, watches, all these things, right? We are not buying it. Why? Because we do not have the ability to pay. Right? Only if he has the desire to buy and not ability to pay, he will not be called as a consumer. He should have all these three characters. One is he should have a desire to buy and he should have willingness to pay. If you have the desire and you are not willing to pay, you will think that, oh, it is too costly, it is too expensive, I will not pay. Then you will not become a consumer. You should be willing to pay. First you should have a desire to buy, you should be willing to pay, and you should have the ability to pay that. Right? Only then you will be called as a consumer. If you meet all these three criteria, so only then they will qualify as a consumer. If there is any one character or criteria is missing, then he will not become a consumer. I hope you understand who is a consumer. Right? And in this chapter we are going to analyze behavior of consumer. Right? So what does that mean? It explores how individuals spend their money. We all have certain amount of income. Let's say your father is earning, right? He will get certain amount of some X amount of rupees as his salary, right? Now he will decide how to spend this X amount of money. First, he will fulfill the needs like your all utilities, electricity, water bill, and rent, house rent, and your ration, food, all these things. After that, he will plan for wants. Like for example, he will take you to a movie during weekends, right, or a short trip, all these things. These are qualified as wants, or he will gift you something which you are asking him for, right? And then he will plan for savings for some unforeseen events in the future. For example, health insurance, all this term insurance, investments, right, to increase his wealth, right? So how a consumer spends with his limited income. And why a consumer is spending or buying anything, purchasing anything? Tell me. Because he is seeking satisfaction from that. If you are watching this video, what you will get in return? You will get knowledge, you will gain knowledge, right? For what? Then you have to attend exam, from that you will get marks, from that you will gain a seat in your desired college. Ultimately you are seeking, or you are behind satisfaction which you want to derive from all the purchases you make, goods or services, right? And we have two constraints. Constraints is nothing but limitations. Which are these? Those are limited income and varying prices of goods and services, right? If you have unlimited income, let's say you have money to spend however you want, you have 1,000 lakhs of crores, what you will do? You will not prioritize, you will buy whatever you feel like buying, right? Because you have limited income, what you have to do? Now you have to make a choice. Which is foremost needed, first you will buy that, after that which is less important, then you will buy it, right? We studied in the last chapter, choice. Because the resources are limited, here for a consumer, income is a resource, right? Because it is limited, he has to make choice now. Now choice will lead to what? Opportunity cost. Opportunity cost means if you want to buy one thing, then you have to forego the other. The next best alternative you have to forego. Let's say you have 100 rupees of pocket money, what you will do? You have unlimited wants and desires, right? You want to eat biryani, you want to watch movie, you want to go out with friends, you want to spend on many things, but you have only 1,000 rupees, or let's say you have only 100 rupees. What you will do? Which is most important among those needs or wants, you will do that. If you are a foodie, you will go for biryani, you will sacrifice watching movie. That is nothing but opportunity cost. At the cost of watching movie, you have decided to choose eating biryani. And the second constraint or the limitation for consumer is varying prices of goods and services. The prices will not be a constant. Last year it will be something, let's say bikes or anything, vegetables, whatever it might be, rent, it will keep on increasing, it will keep on varying. When the demand is more, the price will increase. When the demand is or the supply is less, the price will, supply is less, price will increase. And when the supply is more, the price will decrease, right? It will keep on fluctuating. So this will affect what? Consumers buying behavior. Let's say he is spending on two things. One is food and the second one is entertainment. When the food becomes, or let's say in food only, he is buying two things. One is rice and second one is wheat. When the price of, he has limited income for ration. Let's say he has kept the budget of 2k rupees to buy rice and wheat. When the price of rice increases, what he will do? He will buy less quantity of rice and go more with the wheat. When the price of wheat increases, what he will do? He will go decrease the quantity of buying of wheat and he will go more with the rice, right? To fulfill his hunger, for survival, he has to eat. So, because his budget for food is limited and the varying prices of goods and services will decide his consumer behavior or will decide his buying ability or his calculations. Understood? So, how do you study? We can study consumer buying behavior in two methods or two approaches. One is utility method and the second one is indifference method. So we'll go one by one. First we understand what is utility theory. For that, first you have to understand what is utility. Utility is nothing but a satisfaction. Satisfaction derived from goods and services by a consumer is called as utility. It is measured in terms of utils. Now you can ask me, how do you measure satisfaction? Right? Nowadays, wherever you go, even for a restaurant or watching movies, they will ask you to rate. Right? Rate according to your satisfaction. Let's say a movie is rated out of 5. You will have stars, right? You have to give rating. Out of 5, you will give 4. Then how are you telling this? That by watching this movie, I will rate 4. This is nothing but you are telling your satisfaction in terms of numbers. You are expressing your satisfaction in terms of number. If your movie is too good, you will give 5 out of 5. If it is boring or you didn't like it, you will give 1 or 2. What does that mean? That means you are not satisfied with the movie. Here you are completely satisfied with the movie. Satisfaction is expressed in terms of utils. Utils means quantitatively expressing the satisfaction. The power of goods or a service to satisfy consumers' various needs and desires is called as utility. You can just remember utility means satisfaction derived from a good or a service. Now this utility has characters, right? You cannot say one movie, let's say KGF for example, some people have liked it, some people did not like it, some people liked it too much, some people said it is average. How? It's the same product or a same service which is served to everyone. Same movie is given for everyone. But some say I am completely satisfied, some say I am not satisfied. Why? It is a character of utility. Satisfaction is not same for everyone. By eating one cup of ice cream, some feel I am completely satisfied. Some might say just by one spoon that I did not like it, I don't want. Right? Because it is subjective. Satisfaction is subjective. It differs from person to person. Subjective nothing but it differs from person to person. And it has a contextual factors like time and place. Right? Satisfaction depends on the time and place. Let's say you go to attend college. A bell rings at 9 o'clock. Are you satisfied with this? No, right? You feel bored or sad for this. The same bell rings at 5 o'clock in the evening. You will be happy with the same action or same bell. Here you are sad and here you are happy. Right? Because it differs. Depends on the contextual factor. Based on the time, right? The same bell, same sound, same ring. At 9 a.m. you are sad and at 5 p.m. you are happy because the satisfaction depends on the time. And also you can see the utility of a AC or a cooler. Right? The satisfaction derived from cooler in summer will be high. Right? In winter there is no need of cooler. Right? Already you will be feeling cold. So the satisfaction derived from cooler in winter it will be less. Same product, same service. What is the service or a function of a cooler? It cools down your room, cools down the temperature of your room. In summer you are in more need of it. That is why your satisfaction derived from that cooler is more during summer and in winter it is less. And also place. We will take the same example in Ladakh. How is the temperature there? Climate is too cold, right? What is the need of cooler? So there it is less. Let's say in Chennai, it is too hot, right? You are in need of cooler. So the satisfaction derived from cooler in Chennai will be more. The same cooler, if you take it to Ladakh, the satisfaction will be less because it depends on time and place. I hope with this example you understood what are the characters of utility. One is it is subjective. That means it differs from person to person, and the second one is contextual factors decides like time and place. Now there are types of utility. There are different types of utility. One is initial utility, total utility and marginal utility. What is the meaning of initial utility? Initial utility means the utility or the satisfaction derived from the consumption of first unit. Let's say you are eating a cup of ice cream. The satisfaction which you derive from the first scoop or the first spoon, that is called as initial utility. You will say by first eating first spoon, I am happy with, I will give the utils of 20. Let's say I am happy with that. That is initial utility. And total utility means you will have many scoop or many spoons to complete the one cup of ice cream, right? That is total utility. With each spoon, you will gain some satisfaction. Let's say first spoon you will get 20 utils. You will say out of 100 I am giving 20 utils. And second spoon I will give 15 utils. Third, or let's say 25. Third it will become constant. Then fourth you will say again 20. Fifth again 15. All these are total utils or total utility. If you add all this, sum of initial utility, all the utilities will become total utility. Understood? And there are few products which cannot be consumed in spoons or scoops. Like you have to eat entirely. How do you calculate utils for that? For that first unit, let's say first fruit you have eaten, from that satisfaction derived will be initial utility. And total utility means after the consumption of 2, 3, 4, 5 fruits, you will calculate all the utilities, you will rate each consumption utilities, then that will be your total utility. Now marginal utility means additional satisfaction or the extra satisfaction derived from the additional unit of a product, right? Let's say first you will get, after the consumption of first product, you will say you will give 20 utils. Now after, it is your favorite thing, okay, let's say some sweet, you will say 20. You are not satisfied with that, I mean you are not enough with that, you will ask for one more because you like it too much. Now you will rate it 25. After consumption of second piece of sweet, you are more satisfied than the first spoon or the first sweet. Then again third, you will say 27 or let's say 30 for easy calculation. And now you are reached your saturation. You feel it's enough, I don't require more. Now even after that, if I give you, what happens? You will not like it as much as you did in the earlier sweets, right? Now your utils or satisfaction will reduce. You will again say, now 30 only, I am not more satisfied, I am satisfied with the third only. Now again I will make you to eat. Now what happens? You will feel irritated, right? You will say, no, I am not happy with this, fifth sweet. You were happy with the first, second, third. After that, you are not happy, your satisfaction became constant, neutral. After that, even after that, if I made you to eat, what will happen? You will feel irritated. Sixth, you will say 10. Then again, if I give you 7, it may go negative also. You may vomit it, you may put it out. So what happens? Negative satisfaction, right? Let's say you will give minus 10. So marginal utility means this. Now see, these are initial utility. Now if you calculate all these things, that will become total utility. Marginal utility means additional satisfaction you are getting from consumption of additional unit. So after first unit, you were happy, you had utils of 20, right? After consumption of second, now this has increased by 1. You increase the consumption of units by 1. 1 unit increase. Your utils or satisfaction also increased by 5 points. These 5 points or 5 utils is nothing but your marginal utility. Extra satisfaction derived from consumption of extra unit of a good or a service, right? How do you graphically represent that? So here is a graph where you can understand. All the utils, this is the graphical representation. Let's say after the consumption of 1 unit, your utility was 10. This 10 will become your initial utility, right? If you calculate all this, 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 20 plus 12, it will become your total utility, right? It includes initial utility also. Then marginal utility, this increase from 1 unit to another unit, right? This is your marginal utility. So how much is it? This is marginal utility is 5 for second unit, and for third it was again 5, and for fourth it was 0 because your utility did not change, it kept constant, and after that your utility reduced. Now it is how much? Minus 8. Understood? These are the types of utility. One is initial utility, total utility, and marginal utility. Initial utility means the satisfaction which you get from the first or initial consumption of a commodity. Total utility means satisfaction derived from the entire consumption of all the units. Third means marginal utility means satisfaction derived from the additional satisfaction derived from the consumption of additional unit. Understood? So how do you calculate marginal utility? Is equal to TUN minus TUN minus 1. If you want to find out the marginal utility of second unit, then 15 minus 10 is equal to 5. For third unit, 20 minus 15, 5. Fourth, 20 minus 20 is equal to 0. Fifth, 12 minus 20 is equal to minus 8. Understood? This is how you calculate marginal utility. This is the formula for marginal utility. TUN minus 1.